Hello everyone, Lau here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Vlogmas day 14. It's Sunday, so happy third Advent Sunday. So today I want to light up the third candle on my Advent wreath, which is not a wreath because it's not round, but Adventskranz. But first of all, I mean, you see maybe the atmosphere looks a little bit differently. It looks a little lighter in my room. That's because I'm filming this video much later than usually when, I mean, it's not dark outside anymore. It's around 10 o'clock in the morning now. So sun is out and it looks much brighter in here. I still woke up pretty early because I don't know, it's like I'm busy doing stuff, but today I really needed to, you know, clean my apartment and I decided to do that rather before filming. So now apartment is kind of clean again. I mean, no, I did not like, you know, dust every single pony or anything. I mean, like the floor and, you know, my bathroom, the kitchen, blah, 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 stuff like that. Okay, so now can sit down here and relax a little bit with opening the advent calendars. Let's start just with a piece of chocolate. Number 14. Oh, that looks pretty big. What is in there? Oh, washi! Oh, it's almost ripped. Ta-da! I think I have only this one. I only have once in there. Washi. I like it. It's very dark chocolate and has nuts on the outside. And also, I think has a nut on the inside. And something almost dark chocolatey, I don't know, like a, what's it called? I mean, like a Nutella cream or something on the inside. So very hazelnut heavy. That is something I really like. You know what I'm talking about. Let's get to the other calendar. So here's the number 14, a very fluffy one, and honestly that feels super soft. It doesn't feel like there's any hard plastic accessory in there this time. So I honestly don't know what it could be. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's something fabric. And also something that I don't know really what it is, but I guess there's more. It felt like it. Oh! A pony puffy sticker. Was it that? Yeah. So we have some soft goods that were in this pony lot. So my guess is they're not Barbie. My guess is they are pony. Or maybe fakey pony or something. Also this. Which I don't know what this is, where it comes from. It could also become like coming from a pony. And then we have one puppy sticker. So okay, let's put this on a pony and I will be right back. Okie dokie. So let's maybe start first with the puppy sticker. Here we have an original G1 My Little Pony puppy sticker, and it shows Blossom, or at least that's supposed to be Blossom, because I have never seen a Blossom that pink with that dark purple hair. But yeah, so these, I explained it before, these puffy stickers were included with ponies, with the first years, especially in the US. I don't know if everywhere in the world. I'm pretty sure, like for example here in Germany, maybe not all of them had these puffy stickers, but I'm pretty sure we also got a lot of them, because what makes me believe that is when I turn it around, you can see that this was ripped off. It was at one point like stuck onto something, because I mean it was a sticker, and it was apparently stuck onto something that's Bear Family. Can you read that? And I can definitely recognize that font. That's the Simba font, so from Simba Toys. And Bear Family was something very similar to the Calico Critters or Sylvanian families, and apparently I think at that point Simba were the only ones releasing them here in Germany especially. So what you when you find like older Sylvanian family style things at the flea market, it's mostly from the Simba one, so Bärenwald or Bear family. At least I believe this is that, because the font is extremely like Simba and all around it's blue. Simba always had blue packaging for their toys. So and as we have here Blossom, I picked out all my Blossoms in my collection. They're all different, and one of them I dressed in this weird like pony wear thing, which I don't know if it is meant to be pony wear, because I could not find this one anywhere, but it really fits like a normal pony wear skirt. So I guess it is really not a you know, Barbie skirt or doll skirt or anything. Plus it was in this big huge pony lot. This other thing here, I don't know if that even is supposed to, you know, be a bandana or something. I just stuck it onto this pony now here as a, you know, headscarf. But this is really cute. It is a really nice pastel fabric, but I can see and tell from the Velcro, it does not look very good. I mean, you cannot compare it to Mattel quality anyways, because I mean, pony wear was made by Hasbro, that's something else. But I also think Hasbro's quality of like Velcro was a little bit better. So do you have any information on this? Did this come out as official pony wear anywhere? Because I couldn't find it at all. Or is this maybe like a fakey pony wear? Was that the thing? I mean, there were tons of fakey ponies out there, so why, like, it's hard to imagine that nobody or like of these other companies also made fashions for these ponies. So it could totally be a fakey pony wear. I have never delved like into that, you know, topic. I don't know if that is something existing. If you happen to know, that would be super informative for me. And yeah, this other thing here, this is more like a felt material. I have really no idea. I just assume it's something pony related because it comes from this pony lot, but also there were some Barbie brushes in there, so what do I know. It is also a little bit too big for Barbie really, but I guess, I mean, maybe I can take it off again here. It is more like a felt material, and I guess you could also put it on like for the Big Brother ponies or something like that way around. Let's put it on another pony here, because I have another Blossom here. Let's put this on. Does that fit, or is that also not so? It is pretty big, so, but it could be something completely different. Just a random fashion piece from another bigger baby doll. Or what do I know? I have no idea. I have no information. If you happen to know what this is, it's just a piece of felt material technically, but you could do something like this. Looks more like a bib now. Oh, it is just a cute bandana. Yeah, so here we have already two very different Blossoms. This is the normal concave feet Blossom that was released when the first 6 ponies were re-released, not with the flat feet but with the concave feet. And Blossom is a very, very, very common pony because she was also then not just released with the first 6 ponies, but again with the set of where also like Cotton Candy was again included. That's why Cotton Candy and Blossom are kind of technically from the first 6 ponies the most common ones. Those were released then again with Applejack, Bow Tie, Seashell and Bubbles. When this set came out, then Blossom was included again. That's why Blossom is so common. I have another one that's almost the same. So both have the exact same markings on the hoofs. So it says 1982 and then Hasbro and then Hong Kong. So these are technically the same one, but they have different eye colors. You can see she has purple eyes and she has light pink eyes. I cannot exactly tell because one of them, I believe this one, I received very, very like discolored and I retrobrided her. And when you retrobride a toy, it most likely has never the exact same color as it had before. It just looks better than, you know, completely yellowed or something. So these could have also been like the 2 different versions of Blossom that were released from the normal concave feet, because one of them is more like has more of a purple body and one of them has more a pink body. So I could see that originally this one has been the one with the more purple body and this one is one with the more pink body. Maybe those also sometimes had different eye colors. I have no information on the different eye colors, could never find anything online. but she almost looks the same now because, you know, I retro-brided her and she got, you know, a little lighter than she used to be. But then I have another Blossom here, and this really is like the original flat-foot version. Here you can definitely see that her body color is different. This is not discolored, this is normal. I mean, she was even depicted here very, very pink on this one. I mean, purple hair, that has always been consistent. It's always the same hair color. I also, when I like use this hair color for rehairing ponies, I call it the Blossom hair color. So I think a couple of these ponies are also rehaired. A lot of them, to be quite honest. But yeah, so Blossom was either depicted with purple body or with a more pinkish body. Here it's very pink. There's not a, I mean, there is maybe a Blossom that has exactly this body color, but that would be an Italian, pretty rare variant. I just guess they just used some whatever color they had here to color this puffy sticker. But yeah, if you look at all these like different Blossoms, they are very different. Like my favorite definitely is the Italian one. I mean, there's more Italian variants, I guess, than this, but this is like my favorite because she is really just purple, pure purple, and I really like her. Then I also like the flatfoot version, of course, because light purple. I don't like these versions as much because she clearly had a more pink body, and I think she had the light purple body as well, just happened to discolor a little bit. But I think all of them are very, very sweet, very classic ponies. Definitely not a rare pony whatsoever. So not even here in Germany or whatever, like all over the world or where ponies were released, they are pretty common. And in the US you also could, there was also the mail order thing, you could get them as a mail order afterwards again, So there's, you know, tons of these ponies out there. But yeah, I think she looks super cute. And also this is pretty cute. I have just no idea if these are really pony wear pieces or not. My guess would be fakey pony wear pieces. If you have any information, please enlighten me. Let's get to the next advent calendar here, which, you know, is the one where I have like a doll or another, you know, pony directly, not just a accessory in here. And as you know, yesterday I was already expecting it might be one of the bigger boxes, but it wasn't, so it said 14 is one of the bigger boxes, and that's today, which makes sense. It's the weekend, I have a little bit more time, so I have, yeah, I mean, yeah, no, this one is probably, I know already, is for the 24th. It's a little bit smaller box, like slimmer box. And then I have these two big ones here. They're of almost the same size, but I already think I know. One of them is a little bit bigger, so one of them is a Barbie lot with a couple of loose dolls in there, and one of them is a Barbie in box. And I believe today we have the Barbie in box because that's way lighter than this. They have almost the same size, but today, yeah, the 14. I'm pretty sure this is a boxed Barbie that I want to unbox together with you now. So let's have a look what we have. I mean, from the thumbnail you probably already know what it is, but if you haven't really looked at the thumbnail, then it is like a surprise for you. So for me, I think it's not a surprise because now I've looked at these packages for like 14 days already and know like what this is. Oh my god, it already slides out. Does it slide out? Yeah. Let's see some bubble wrap. Oh, what way around? It's this way around. Maybe you can already see, yeah, that's a vintage Barbie. It's like vintage, but a 90s or 80s girl? To me, that's actually vintage, but in the Barbie collector community, you more or less consider only like 60s and maybe 70s dolls vintage. So like early 60s and mod dolls vintage, but like 80s and 90s, that's like long time ago. That's definitely considered vintage, actually. Who do we have here? Ooh! So, thumbnail. We have a Mermaid Barbie here. This is Pearl Mermaid Barbie. She is in a pretty yellowed packaging, so I have no issues unboxing her. So, she's from 1995. It says Hills Special Edition. Here's the back of the box. She has crimped hair, lovely accessories, very pearly, you know, pearl earrings, etc. And a mermaid tail, of course. She is probably the most, you know, unknown, or not really, like, you know, I don't know how to say, but she is not really a doll that is talked about a lot when people talk about the 90s Mermaid Barbies. Why is that? Because she's a Hills special edition, so she was only released at Hills, and Hills was a department store in the US. Maybe also in Canada, so I don't really know about that. Or maybe in some other countries. What do I know? But definitely not in Europe. So this is a doll that only was released in the US. I know everybody in the US always, oh, you in Europe, you had this purple Mermaid Barbie as an exclusive. Oh, how rude. Yeah, you also had a Mermaid Barbie, an exclusive one. So, and I, of course, have never found her here at any, like, you know, whatever flea market or so, because she was not released here. I mean, that sometimes still can happen, that you find US exclusive toys here when people were like on vacation in the US back in the day. I mean, it's from 1995. Is it really 95? Yeah, it's 95. So probably then in stores in 1996, I would guess. But I've never come across her. I've searched for her online, blah, 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 blah. She only appears when you search like on eBay or so from the US, and also super rarely like out of box, because I don't know, especially if like she, like her mermaid tail and etc. is not there anymore, then nobody really can even identify her and just puts maybe Barbie or whatever. So it's not really easy to find her online, and this was the best deal for me. She was not super expensive. I won an auction for her. I don't remember what I won her for, but it was like a price I was fine. And then of course shipping came on top of that. But like this, she is in a not so nice box, so I have no issue unboxing her, and I will have her complete. And I also know that it is her. And I have also the box. This is also somewhat special because I think from all the Mermaid Barbies, this is the only one that came in a horizontal box. There have been other Barbies released in horizontal boxes, like Bedtime Barbie, for example. I don't remember. There's other Barbies also in the 90s and maybe even early 2000s, etc. that have been released in this style of box. It's a very small percentage. Of course, most Barbies are like that. And all of the other Mermaid Barbies have been, you know, released in like a standing position. She's sitting. So let's admire her again in the box. So she is sitting there, and there's lots of bubbles around her, the front of the box or in the back. Dark blue background. It says Sea Pearl Mermaid Barbie here. Oh, here this is already like, you know, it's not really attached anymore to the plastic, and I guess it's probably pretty dusty on the inside and all, hopefully not moldy. So she needs to come out of this box. At the side we have another picture of her, Sea Pearl Mermaid Barbie, with the EIN code there, and then it says made in Indonesia in 1995. On the back of the box she's sitting on a golden like shell, or is it a rock? That looks like a clamshell. It's a little text. What does it actually say? It says Sea Pearl Mermaid Barbie doll. Imagine a world filled with magical pearls. Pearls in... why? Because they're not real pearls, probably. Because they want to stress that, no, we are not giving you real pearls. But whatever. Magical pearls where you could be one of those mermaid girls. Oh, it is in rhymes. Okay. I imagine a world filled with magical pearls where you could be one of those mermaid girls. From the tip of your head to the end of your fin, be a mermaid with Barbie again and again. Okay. So that's the rhyme. And the other side just shows the picture again with some more information, some consumer information. Blah, blah, blah. 2-year limited warranty. Safety tip, don't eat this Barbie. What do I know? So let's start opening the box. I mean, I don't want to completely rip the box because I want to kind of keep especially the back here. That's really pretty, but she needs to get out of there. So I think it's better if I cut through here because I cannot loosen the glue very good. So 1995, 2025. Oh my god, this doll is 30 years old. Exactly 30 years old. So come on, Barbie. 30 years in this box. You can now finally breathe. Ah, much better without the yellow. Is there anything else in the box that fell down? No, I don't see anything apart from dust. Okay, so yeah. Once again, admire her, how she's sitting there. She's not really sitting, she's just like, I mean sitting, but like whoop, as if she, you know, in the water she would also a little bit like drifting. You cannot like sit directly like, so that makes sense. Here's a brush, and I think that's all she comes with. So no other accessories, probably no shoes, I would guess, because, you know, Mermaid Barbies don't need shoes. Here's the limited warranty thingy. 2 years, long gone. So I will now tie all the twist ties off, and then I will be right back when I have her completely out of this. Here she is, out of the box. She has such lovely crimped Kaneka hair. It is like, it's fresh out of the box. I don't need to recrimp it or anything. There's just one little thing that this part of her hair was laying at the bottom of the box, and there's some yellowy residue of something on it. I don't know what that is, but that has left some little darker marks here. I will try to wash that out, but other than that, her hair is so nice, lovely, bright blonde platinum. Her hairstyle is just like 2 strands of hair from each side as a half updo here. There is also, I also need to get rid of that, underneath the little fabric piece here. There's also, of course, the original rubber band. That also probably is disgusting already, but I haven't done that yet, but I have to take that out as well. So this little mesh material, or I don't know, it's just a thin, what would I call this? I don't know. It's more like a tool, I would say. It's a stiff, not as stiff, I don't know. It's a very fine tool material, I would say. Has also been used in her tail, and a little bit like a sash or something around her waist. So we have this material in her, and then of course the lovely blue crinkly material. Though I have to say the whole construction of her outfit is not as good as for any of the other Mermaid Barbies that I know. This is a little cheaper, I would say. No edges here around, nothing sewn. It's really just a cut piece of fabric that's, you know, ruched in the middle, and then Velcro at the back. I mean, that's kind of normal. But also here the tail, there's nothing really, you know, also the fins are not as nice. It's just, you know, cut in this shape. And then you've got the tulle layer over it. It's not laying as nice. Maybe if I make it a little wet and leave it dry in a certain way, because, you know, it's from the box, of course, a little wrinkly here and all. And also the tail itself. I mean, it is our beloved crinkly material. But I have the feeling the other ones, or maybe the other ones that I have, are already a little bit more played with, what is it called? Like they feel more played with already. They feel a little softer. This feels really stiff and crinkly. Reminds me even more of the material that, for example, the Steffi Love Zimmer Mermaids used. But I mean, it's still super, super pretty. I have no issue with that. But I mean, it could be that she's a little cheaper than the regular other like mermaids that we had. Then here the tulle is like ruched at the top here, goes around, as I said, like a little skirt or like a little sash or whatever you want to call this, a wrap around, and then it is gathered together at the bottom here. So it doesn't come to the same place again. Starts here but ends here, and there's also just a normal Velcro in here. The top holds, other than with Velcro on the back, with these cute little pearl details. So these are straps, 2 of them like normal straps, really go around here, just like whoop and boop. but it is really that is one piece, one strap here that is just, you know, quickly sewn on here, because this is one continuous strap of pearls. And in the back it's like a neck holder, and you can even open it with a little metal clasp. So that's nice, because I have some of these tops that have similar little pearls, not necessarily from Barbie, from other brands, and you cannot open them at all, so you have to kind of squish them over the head or whatever. You don't have to worry about that. This is not the case here. She also has, of course, matching pearl earrings. These are this is a like earring mold. We haven't seen that often on Barbie, but it is a one from the 90s, for example. One of the birthday Barbies, the one in the peach dress, 1992, was it one or two? I always mix it up. She has, for example, the same earrings, and probably there's others that I just cannot remember at this point. She is on the normal kind of 90s, more like later 90s body, meaning, I mean, she of course has normal bend and snap knees, so you can of course take the skirt off. There is oh my god, tuck and pluck. So bend and snap knees, but of course the more rounded feet of the normal 90s body. I don't know, does she have a painted on? Now she does not have a painted on you know, underwear, but the molded on already with the, you know, little molds here with the, I don't know, flowers or whatever they are, and the Barbie bees, of course. So, and what I mean with a little later 90s body, I mean because of the arms, because she's got the shiny arms. So she has the kind of straight arms, but they can go out and up and all. So not the budget arms, but not the superstar arms. Other ones had the budget arms, you know, the straight ones, but because they were like more early 90s, and this body was more introduced, especially for Barbie herself, in the mid to late 90s, when most of the a little bit more elaborate, so not budget releases, had then these arms and not the superstar arms anymore. At least it was interchangeably used during that time. Because like these arms were introduced actually in the Shani line, which when did that come out? Also in the early 90s, but for a while it was only used on Shani, and then later on this body continued over also to Barbie. Not the whole body, but just the arms, because Shani also had a little bit of a different body. But yeah, we have these arms, and she has also a pearly little ring, so typical. There's not much more that I can actually say about her, because she only came with one accessory. This is this brush. At first I was like, why is it actually a pink brush? But yeah, the pink is in her outfit. She has the little tool material in pink. To me, like white or blue would have made more sense when I was like looking at it, but then was like, nah, okay, I guess. And also it is like a pearly finish, but other than that, it is the normal, you know, 90s Barbie shell brush that we all love. And this is one of the really wonderful examples of such a nice color, and then in pearl, like a pearlescent plastic. I believe I don't have this color and this you know, look of a brush. So let's look at her face. She has the very typical mid-90s screening, super like pretty blue eyes, blue eyeliner, and even light blue eyeshadow underneath her eyebrows, light pink or mid pink, I don't know, like very typical Barbie pink lips, and yeah, lashes only at the top. No, two lashes at the bottom, and her eyes are not just blue, but they have a little bit of like greenish yellow tint also in it. You know how well you can see it, but this is not fully the same color always. There's a little yellowy and then it goes into the blue. So nothing like super recognizably immediately, like two white dots in there, two lashes at the bottom, but very typical mid-90s. So this is the look of the Barbie kind of that I knew from my childhood. This is how Barbie looked. And I love that she has crimped hair. Okay. She was kind of easy to get out of the box. Lots of twist ties, not a single, like, what's that called, these kijinka things, these plastic hook things that are like shot in her head or anything like that. Everything was done with, you know, plastic ties. Some things were even just like from little cutouts. So like, for example, her tail was wrapped around this, nothing else, just like like a little hook on there. And then actually also a lot of, you know, just threads. So threads, metallic or whatever, these twist ties, and that's actually it. So I will definitely not keep this because, I don't know, that's not super special. But the doll will go into, you know, my mermaid display. There's always a struggle. Maybe I sit her at the front, but I need to redo my Barbie displays somehow. I have another idea already, blah blah blah. Let's see when I can do that. But yeah, for now I think I have one space where I can still sit her at the front, and I will definitely keep this. Maybe not the rest of it, so definitely not this yellow thing. Yeah, so we had a wonderful Mermaid Barbie here, and then also lots and lots of blossoms and some really cute pony wear. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget you can give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and if you're not subscribed or maybe you want to see more of my vintage toy shenanigans here, then maybe hit the subscribe button. I wish you a wonderful Advent Sunday and good start into the kind of the last full, well, not necessarily, the next week after that is also still a full, like, you know, holiday week. So, but you know, one of the last full Advent weeks. So let's have a good start into the Monday then, and then we will see each other already tomorrow. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you real soon, and may the toys be with you. Bye. Oh, and by the way, she used to be $12 and 97.79, no, 97 cents. With today's inflation, I don't know how much that is, but I can maybe, if I use the inflation like calculator, I maybe put here how much that would be in today's dollars. But yeah, she was only sold at Hills.